You talked after the Harvard game about them making more plays down the stretch, something that you guys could learn from.
Right.
Tonight, you guys made plays down the stretch.
Right.
Can you just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah,
You played in key situations.
Right. I thought it was interesting to see how our veteran guys made plays as well as our young guys, which I thought showed tremendous poise. Obviously, first and foremost, Dave saved us, and but like I told him in a joking way, but somewhat seriously, if they're going to pick you first team all league, if you're going to try to be the player of the year, then those are the plays that the player of the year, the all league kid makes. And so he saved us, and then Justin stepped up, made some plays. Malachi was huge. Cullum came off a bad shooting performance at Harvard, but we just tell him, keep shooting because he's worked too hard, and we know the ball's going to go in. So extremely proud of them learning in 2 days from their mistake, and that's exciting for me as a coach.
You trailed by 5 with 23 seconds left.
How about that? And and I told them, I said, right now it's interesting, but what I told them was culture always wins. And nobody was hanging their head on the bench. It was guys saying, come on, we're okay. And they were still being encouraging each other. And that's the only way you can win a game like that when you're in that situation. And, so it's good to see it more than anything else, not just the guys individually playing well, but it was good to see us as a group just be relentless. And that's what we were. We'll just play until the buzzer sounds, and then we'll worry about what happens after that and make the corrections. But as long as there's time on the clock, we're going full speed. That's what we're going to do.
What does a win like this do for the team's confidence? Even though it is early in the season, but is it something you can build on?
For sure. And we only have 3 home games in non-conference, so we have to try to take care of home. And we're running the gauntlet with our schedule. But I told the guys, we're challenging for a reason. And I think there's opportunities for us to hopefully have a special year if we can keep learning from our mistakes and make a few plays. Now, we're going to have to win a lot of road games in order to do it. But when we recruited these kids, we said we're going to challenge them. We're going to play tough teams, and that's what we brought you here to do. And tonight's just a reflection of them believing in themselves, and just selfishly, they believe in me, and I in turn believe in them. So we're all in the same foxhole. There's no question about that. Yep.
Coach, can you just talk about Dave's performance tonight, playing 49 minutes? 26.
Yeah, he was huge. We talked to him after he left Harvard because he cramped up. And so I think our training staff did a great job of hydrating him. We talked to him about hydrating him days before the game, not day of. And that's the only way he was going to be able to make it. So today, the first 2 games that we played, he's absolutely been an all-league kid, and probably even better than an all-league kid. And it's going to be he'll be one of those guys that when senior night comes, I'll cry when he leaves. And not just because he can make plays, but because of what he means to me and my family and what he's done for this, just for this college and how he's worked to put us in a position to hopefully be successful.
Can you just go through how Dave and Malachi were able to really dominate inside? That was really the difference in the game.
Yeah, and how we're really impressed with the young guy stepping up. I mean, it's the freshman's second game. He had 23 and 13, so. It was good. We knew, and I talked to him before the game, we knew he was going to have to step up and make some plays because they played a little bit undersized, and he can keep up with undersized 4 men as well as still playing the post. So he's very skilled. We knew he was going to be good. Sometimes you don't know how good, but those 2 guys together could be a formidable force if they keep learning. And I think what Dave does day after day after day, Malachi sees that, and now basically he just just follow what Dave's doing day to day. It's probably going to be right.
Speaking of what Dave does, can you just take me through that last play in regulation there where he was able to grab that offensive rebound?
Yeah, well, I told Malcolm to miss because Dave was nuts. We work a little bit on that with the free throw, free rebounding situation earlier in the when we were fouling. We tried to, with Malcolm, swing him low and bring Dave across the lane. So in that situation when Malcolm was shooting, Dave just did it again. He shot across the lane to try to ride the guy over the top, and ball bounced the right way. But you have to put yourself in position. He did what he was supposed to do, and if the ball bounced where we thought it would go or hoped it would go, he'd have a chance. And then him finishing with the left hand was just tough. And then there was no doubt he was going to make the free throw and that's a luxury we have. Our post guy is an 80+% free throw shooter.
Can you also talk about Cullen? 35 points, getting high, really carried the team, big 3 in double overtime.
Big time.
Can you talk about the game he played tonight?
Yeah, big time shot, especially after the game that he just had with Harvard. he missed some shots that we know he could make, and really and truly, he wasn't back on campus 5 minutes after the Harvard game. And the first thing I texted him was, keep shooting the basketball. We know you're going to, and I told him, I said, you're going to have a big game. And I'm going to have to start saying that every time, I guess, because it worked out. But really impressed with him. He just works so hard. He's basically like Dave, except he's a guard. He just puts his work in every day. He trusts his work. And you saw it tonight come out in him making some shots. So hopefully we won't play a lot of games like this where we look like we're the Denver Nuggets versus Lakers. But if we keep winning, I'll take it.
And there were a lot of fouls called tonight. Do you have to adjust how you're coaching your team when there are so many fouls called and there are so many guys in foul trouble?
Yeah, it was tough. It's tough to play this. I mean, everybody's going to get adjusted, but I mean, even the refs are saying it's hard to call the game. I mean, and we did. We're trying to play full court defense. We tried to back up, but it doesn't. The offensive guys just have such a tremendous advantage now. If he just drives it hard, you have to run beside him and you can't touch him. But he can initiate the contact. So it's tough. It's going to take some adjusting. But I'll probably be more ticked off about it if we lost. But they end up fouling us more than we fouled them. So it'll be an adjustment period, though. Hopefully about another week or so will go by. And then hopefully not only us, but everybody in the country will kind of just get used to how it's supposed to be played.